Hydrology and Water Resource Engineering. Next topic, IMD and NDVI analysis method. Indian Meteorological Organization, which means IMD. Meteorology is the branch of science that deals with the atmosphere of the planets, particularly that of the Earth, the most important application of which is the analysis and prediction of weather. IMD, my department, Ministry of Earth Science, Meteorological Observation, Weather Forecasting and Seismology. IMD is also one of the 6 regional specialized meteorological centers. Next, what are the basic introduction of Indian Meteorological Department are? It is established in the year 1875. It is the National Meteorological Services of India. Headquarters of IMD is located at New Delhi with 6 regional headquarters. Provides visual weather service to public and all sectors including monsoons of common man, farmers, etc. by railways, defense services and other scientific research organizations. Next, what are the roles of IMD? IMD is functioning due to global requirement under World Meteorological Organization. WMO forms the policies which are implemented by all the members nation. India is one among them. Weather services are meant of mankind and hence government of respective nations and responsible for implementations of its orders, recording of real-time data, global exchange of real-time data, valuation and archival of the data. This data is a national scientific treasures which has to be stored and used for development. Next, what are the service which is provided by IMD to the nations are weather service to agriculture, forecasting service to be national and international civil aviation sectors, World Health Organization and WMO recognized training service to staff, public and foreign trainees, positional astronomy service for shipping and fisheries, climatological service for environmental meteorology, hydrometeorology and flood forecasting. Next, organizational structures of IMD. Dr. K.M. Ramesh is the Director General of Meteorological and Meteorological Centers. Henry Francis Blandford are appointed as a meteorological reporter. Cyclone Warning System Service in India, Cyclone Distress Mitigation Committee, Surface Met Instrument, Thermograph and Hydrograph Instrument, Marine Met, Agriculture Meteorological Program, Flood Management Observation, Data Exchange and Tech Transfer, Earth Observing Satellites, Aviation Met. It organized from the International Meteorological Organization IMD, which was found in 1873. These are the functions of National Meteorological and Hydrological Services work around the clock to provide visual weather and climate information worldwide. The data exchange and technology transfer. Powerful computers in WMO centers worldwide process the data collected from tens of thousands of land and sea observation instruments and earth observing satellites. The observations are currently well over 10,000 manned and automatic surface weather station, 1,000 upper air station, 7,000 ships, 1,000 moored or 1,000 drifting buoys, hundreds of weather radars, 3,000 specially equipped commercial aircraft measures key parameters of the atmosphere, land and ocean surface on an everyday basis. Next topic is Normalized Difference Vegetation Index, which means NDVI analysis. It's a numerical indicator that uses the visible and near infrared bands of the electromagnetic spectrum to analyze whether the target being observed contain green vegetation or not. Healthy vegetation chlorophyll reflects more near infrared and green light compared to other wavelengths, but it absorbs more red and blue light. This is why our eye sees vegetation as the color green. If we could see near infrared, then it would be strong for vegetation too. It is basically measured through the use of intensity, saturation of an image and through pixels as well as the density of vegetation indicates certain point on the image is equal to the difference in the intensity of reflected light in a red and infrared range divided by the sum of these intensities. The result of this formula generate as well as between 1 and +1. If you have low reflectance, low value in the red band, high reflectance in the NIR band, then this will be yield of a high NDVI value and vice versa. NDVI is a numerical indicator that uses the visible and near infrared band of the electromagnetic spectrum and is adapted to analyze remote sensing, measurements and assess whether the target being observed contains live green vegetation or not. To determine the density of greenness on the patch of lands, researchers must observe the distinct color of visible and near infrared sunlight reflected by the plants. As can be seen through a prism, many different wavelengths makes up the spectrum of sunlight. The pigment in plant leaves chlorophyll strongly absorb visible light from 0.4 to 0.7 μm and use. As can be seen through a prism, many different wavelengths makes up the spectrum of sunlight. The pigment in plant leaves chlorophyll strongly absorb visible light from 0.4 to 0.7 μm for use in photosynthesis. NDVI calculation. NDVI is calculated from the visible and near infrared reflected by vegetation. Healthy vegetations absorb most of the visible light that hits it and reflect a large portion of near infrared light. Unhealthy and space vegetation reflect more visible light and less near infrared light. Nearly all satellite vegetation indices employ this difference formula to quantify the density of the plant growth of the earth. Near infrared radiation minus visible radiation divided by near infrared radiation plus visible radiation. The formula used for normalized differential vegetation index are NDVI is equal to NIR minus VIS or divided by NIR plus VIS. Like these are all the key points which is used for normalized differential vegetation index and IMD methods. Thank you.